GCK-King's Circle with Pastor Dr. W.F Kumuyi.
Passion for God is a great thing, but when passion becomes pride, it can be very dangerous. Many at times, people act in overzealousness, thinking they are defending the faith, but in reality, they may be going against God's purpose. In today's episode of the GCK-King's Circle, we'll be looking at how to avoid overzealousness. I welcome you to another episode of the GCK-King's Circle. I am your host, Elizabeth, and with me is my wonderful co-host,
Levi Chibo. Thank you, Elizabeth. Before we dive deeper, let's take a moment to recognize the man behind this vision. The GCK-King's Circle is convened by a visionary leader, a mentor, and a global influencer whose messages, wisdom, and teachings have transformed lives worldwide. He's no other person but Dr. W.F Kumuyi.
To prepare our hearts, let's listen to this soul-uplifting music.
This is a day that the Lord has made. I will rejoice and celebrate. Yeah, yeah, yeah. This is a day that the Lord has made. Oh, I will rejoice and celebrate. Say with me again, this is a day. This is a day that the Lord has made. I will rejoice and celebrate. We say that this is a day that the Lord has made. Oh, I will rejoice and celebrate.
That was truly uplifting. Now it's time to receive divine insight. Kingdom ambassadors, open your hearts as we welcome Dr. W.F Kumuyi to share today's life-transforming charge.
The position of the greatest is reserved for the lowest. It's reserved for the humble. Think about your life. You think about salvation. You think about your privileges. You think about how the people of God hover around you. They see something in you, and they see the talent, they see the gift, and everybody, this to be done, they call upon you. This to be done, they call upon you. This to be done, they call upon you. Doesn't that lift you up? Don't you think I'm the greatest already? And if any other person wants to do a part of what you have been doing, don't you feel jealous, envious, protective? You know, when we're sanctified, it's not, the position of wanting to remain on top there. That's not the important thing. What's important is that the lowest will be assigned to the greatest in the kingdom. It tells us in Matthew chapter 18, verse 4, whosoever therefore shall humble himself. Now, another person doesn't have to humble you, not necessary. Even God doesn't have to humble. You can do it yourself. You hear the message and you hear the position and the place he has reserved for the humble, for the lowly, for the lowest. And voluntarily, because of the grace of God in you, you humble yourself. If you don't do it, if you're not able to do it, you are probably not a member of the kingdom of Christ. But it says, therefore, whosoever shall humble himself. as this little child. The same is greatest in the kingdom of heaven. The liberty we have, we need to exercise caution. A pastor has some liberty, but we need caution with the liberty we have. You know, we cannot just talk anyhow. We need to exercise caution in the things we say, in the things we do. You know, we even deal with the people of God. Caution. Leaders, managers, whoever we are, we have some privileges in our section, that section, and that section. And some of us have the liberty, not only in a local church, the media has given us liberty. And we have the method, we can post something there on the net for everybody to read. Sir, exercise caution. How will this lead people to Christ? How will this draw people away from Christ? How will this trample upon the church? How will this relegate the pastor to the background? How will this muzzle the mouth of the preacher, so that the preachers now, they don't have liberty to fulfill the Great Commission? Sir, man, even though you have the whole media, the whole world listening to you because of the talent you have, exercise caution. Members of the church, we have liberty. God has called us unto liberty. Only use not your liberty as a cloak of evil. James and John were blind to the desire of Christ, that this gospel will be taken by everyone, everywhere. Let's rise up and pray that we'll use all the privileges to bring many souls into the kingdom. The Lord will use you, my brother. The Lord will use you, my sister. He wants to use every one of us so that we will be instruments of salvation, healing, deliverance, provision, joy for everyone that comes our way. Open your mouth and talk to the Lord in prayer.
Wow, what a message. We've been reminded that in serving God, our passion must be guided by wisdom and humility. Defending the faith is good, but it must align with God's purpose, not denominational pride or personal pride.
Absolutely. Instead of being overzealous in the wrong way, let's focus on unity, humility, and advancing God's kingdom above all else.
With that, we've come to the end of today's episode. Don't forget to follow us for more life-changing messages.
Stay humble, stay focused. See you next time on the GCK-King Circle.
We believe that you've been impacted. Pastor Dr. W.F Kumuyi will love to hear from you. Please visit our social media platforms and don't forget to join us on the next episode of GCK-King Circle.